Hey everyone, I have an exciting topic. I actually have one that I think Dana and I may disagree on. This should be fun. And that is the concept of home warranties. Before I jump into my experience with them, let's welcome Dana to the show. How you doing, Dana?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Michael.
This is a very common conversation I have with new investors, right? They're buying a turnkey solution somewhere, or they're buying something right out of the MLS, and they always ask, should I buy a home warranty? So you were gracious enough to send out this topic, so I'll let you open it with your experience, what you recommend, and then I will share mine after.
Great. And Michael, I actually don't even know what your opinion is on home warranty, so this will be an interesting one. But from my perspective, let me tell you the pros and cons of it without giving my opinion quite yet.
Okay.
The benefit of having a home warranty company is ability to forecast your cash flow, because every single month you have the same standard payment, and then obviously the service call rate, which is like $89. It depends on where you're located. $79, where you only have to pay that per service. Anything over that is covered, right?
Mhm.
That's great as an investor, knowing that you're not going to have a $3,000 HVAC bill is huge, right? Like, I mean, that's great. So that's where I'd say there's a huge benefit to it. Where I would say that home warranty fails, or where people get incredibly frustrated, is two different areas. The first is their terms and conditions that are so in such small fine print, nobody reads them. And their terms and conditions essentially say this is not covered, this is not covered, this is not covered, this is not covered. If you know that in advance, you'll probably be happy with your home warranty company. But what happens a lot of the time is people don't know that in advance. And then they just expect everything to be covered. And then it's not until something goes majorly wrong that they read the terms and conditions and realize, oh, shoot, I actually should have. I should have gotten a bigger plan, or maybe not had home warranty. And so that happens. The other place where I see home warranty companies fail is emergencies. Their SLAs are not fast enough. If you have a 4-hour turnaround on something for an emergency, I guarantee, are not going to meet it. There are very few home warranty companies that have met those turnarounds that we need to get someone out there. Part of that reason is because of their pricing and how they work. So a home warranty company, from a pricing perspective, is going to negotiate prices with certain service professionals to say, we're bringing mass quality or mass contracts to you, multiple homeowners and rental properties. So you have to give us these pricings and follow these sheets. And so from that perspective, when an emergency happens, a lot of them are like, we can't cover that, or they're not available. And, there's this whole sourcing thing. And a lot of people, when they hear, like a lot of plumbers and stuff, when they hear a home warranty, if they're really good, they're like, I'm not quite sure I want to work with you because you're going to nickel and dime me type thing. And so that happens. But overall, I think it's really up to the investor, right? Those pros and cons, and balancing and outweighing them. And the quality of home warranty companies is very different. There are some really large names, and we don't partner with any of them. We don't have any affiliation. We work with a lot of them, but there's some of them, and I won't badmouth any or anything like that, but there are some where I find, wow, they are fantastic. They pick up the phone right away, they initiate, etc. There are others that we found where it's like, oh, their SLAs are really bad. They don't know what's happening. They bounce you around to 5 different people. And so also the home warranty company that you work with is going to the level of quality is going to vary quite a bit. So what is my 100% opinion on, if with my rental, would I have home warranty or would I not? I think that's probably what you're looking for. And mine is no. I wouldn't. I would do the research and find ridiculously good contractors in the area. And and not have the home warranty. However, I do see the pros, and I see a lot of people who say, I want home warranty. I want it to be passive and just carefree in that sense of having this standard monthly cash flow. But in my case, I think if you can get the really good service professionals in your area and really build those relationships, yes, you're going to have to, those large expenses, you're going to have to forecast it in, but
Mhm.
you should know your properties. You should know when you need a new HVAC. What's the average lifespan of it? When are your appliances needing to be upgraded? I think all of that will go really, really far for you.
Well, look at that. We agree. So just my kind of experience with home warranties. So when I started buying my single family homes way back in 02, 03, 04, I got the home warranty because I bought the story, right? I bought the whole smooth cash flow. It's an insurance policy. You have health insurance, right? Well, this is like health insurance for your properties. And then about, I think it was like 4 years in, I didn't have a claim and I was okay with that. Then I had a claim for an AC. And, we did everything right. It wasn't an emergency, but, I felt based on what I was sold that this would be covered. And lo and behold, it was the terms and conditions they educated me on, and they declined to cover it. At which time I got upset, but I'm like, okay, I'm a new investor. I missed the terms and conditions. Let me go research them on my other ones. So I did that. And I had another claim, like, I don't know, a year later, 18 months later, that I thought was extremely valid given the terms and conditions, because now I had read them. At which point they came out and did everything they could to find a loophole to jump through. They basically created what I'll call a gray area, and they decided that they were right in the gray area and I was wrong. At which point I have decided never to do a home warranty again, because they are basically an insurance company that's paid to not pay claims. Now, that's my experience. I have I have two bad experiences. I've never done it again. And that's because now when I buy a property, I do the right make ready first, and I budget for capital repairs and useful life and all of that stuff. I don't want to pay extra for an insurance policy that may or may not come in. So I am very bitter. I am very upset. Now, there could be great ones out there. I did not have that experience. And I just will run my numbers and build reserves and have my own emergency fund. I will never buy a home warranty again.
I'm glad we agree on that.
Well, very cool. So home warranties are important. Now, some people, again, home warranties are there for a reason. If you're buying a brand new home, for example, probably a home warranty makes sense. If that's where you want to play, again, I'm not opposed to buying them. I am just never going to buy them. So any closing comments, Dana, on home warranty?
I think if people have them right now, I would say it's okay to continue with your home warranty company if you have a great experience. To Michael's point, this is experiences we've had with home warranty companies, but it's not to say that there aren't great companies out there, or you found something that works for you and your cash flow. But it is good to look at the alternatives and do some of your due diligence to build up your team on the ground.
Very cool. Thank you very much, Dana.